Welcome to Tino's Time, and on this episode, after 18 regular season weeks, after 3 postseason weeks, we're a couple weeks into February. We had our man Corey from All Sports Now on the show last week. It is finally Super Bowl week. It's down to 2 teams, and it's not the 2 teams that I expected that we were going to be here. I got all of my Super Bowl predictions wrong. I lost all of my pools. I lost all of my fantasy things. It just did not work out this year at all. But that's okay, because I'm down for a Super Bowl nobody expected after a wild year in the NFL. What did we expect after everything that we've seen this year? But before we talk about the Super Bowl, what 2 teams are in it? Last time we spoke, it was championship week. We were getting ready to see who was going to win. And it was the Bengals versus the Chiefs in the AFC championship game. And this was a phenomenal game. And, it's been so long now that we're not going to go into everything that happened in the game. But I cannot believe that we saw the upset, that what it was. The Bengals came out and Evan McPherson led the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, they went out and they showed that they are here and they're a team that needs to be threatened with. They went into Kansas City and defeated the almighty Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs 27-24 to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl, and now they get to go to Los Angeles. So after the Bengals won and we were all shocked and everything, we were able to see the 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. And this was another one that we talked about, and I didn't know which way it was going to go. Either did Corey. We thought that it was going to be different, and we were both just kind of like, yeah. But this game was, I don't even know, people, because I just cannot believe that the Los Angeles Rams somehow pulled out a way to pull out the victory, and they beat the 49ers 20-17. They only won by a field goal. These 2 games came down to a field goal both. It was just, these games were ridiculous. Championship week lived up to the hype. It was ridiculous. It was wild to see. And like I said a minute ago, this is not the Super Bowl that I expected to see at all. The Bengals and the Rams in the Super Bowl. We all thought it was going to be Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs versus Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Now we don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the Packers and the AFC. We don't know where he's going to be. But after these championship games, there was a lot of things that went down in the NFL. We saw Brian Flores filed the dispute about different colored general managers and people not being right and put to what everybody rightly deserves and everything like that. We've seen 9 head coaches signed and 9 teams got a new head coach. We've seen some GMs hired. We've seen so many things go down. So I did want to take a second to tell you who the new head coaches are, a couple new GMs, and then I'm going to give you my Super Bowl prediction. So the new head coaches are Doug Peterson. Last time we saw Doug Peterson, he was on the Philadelphia Eagles with Nick Foles, leading them to a Super Bowl. But now he's going up south to South Florida to go try to win Trevor Lawrence a Super Bowl. Lovie Smith is coming out of college and he's going and back in the NFL. He got the Houston Texans job. Welcome back to the NFL, Lovie. Kevin O'Connell got the Vikings job, Minnesota Vikings. They fired Mike Zimmer, and now their new coach, Kevin O'Connor. Brian Daboll, the ex-coach of the Buffalo Bills, is now the head coach of the New York Giants. Can he revive Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley's career? I don't know. We'll have to see. Josh McDaniels gets another shot. Last time we saw him coaching in the NFL, he was coaching the Broncos, and that didn't work out so well. Maybe Derek Carr and him will work out better. Mike McDaniel is the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and he said that they're going to build their team around Tua Tagovailoa. Dennis Allen has been upgraded to the head coach of the New Orleans Saints after Sean Payton said, I'm leaving and I'm going somewhere else. Nathaniel Hackett is the new head coach of the Denver Broncos. and that's going to be real interesting to see. And lastly, and yes, I'm saving it for last because I'm that way, the Chicago Bears, we're saving the best for last because hopefully Matt Eberflus can lead the Chicago Bears to run the North, take the North, like Ryan Poles said, the new GM. We're taking the North, and we're never giving it back. So, Matt Eberflus, you're going to take Justin Fields, you're going to take the Bears, and we're going to take home that championship in a few years. But those are the new 9 head coaches in the NFL. And we have a lot of things going on. Like I said, the Brian Flores craziness. We don't know what's going to go on. That Pro Bowl last week was awful, people. Let me tell you. Let's take a second to vent about this Pro Bowl, because that Pro Bowl was awful. They didn't even tackle each other. It was like touch football. It was like, let me just grab a flag, and let me just grab a flag and do, like, what are we doing here? Touch, flag. It just, the referees, as soon as somebody caught the ball, we had to blow a whistle, and it was just ridiculous. I couldn't blow a whistle. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. But yeah, it was just awful. And honestly, they should just put the skill challenges, the best catch, the dodgeball game, and stuff like that on Sundays. The Sunday before the Super Bowl, because that was way more entertaining to watch than whatever the hell that they called a football game on Sunday when it wasn't even, it's just a trip to Hawaii. I don't know, but they need to figure it out because that was just awful. But now that the Pro Bowl's over, skill challenges out of the way, the NFL honors were on this past Thursday. If you haven't, go watch that. They're always great. It's time to talk about the Super Bowl. It's time for the biggest game of the year. Like I said earlier, after 18 long regular season weeks, 3 rounds of the playoffs, it's down to the Bengals and the Rams. And who's taking home the Super Bowl? Who is going to become, and who's taking home the Lombardi trophy? Can Joe Burrow and the Bengals defeat Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and the Rams? The Rams are playing in their home stadium 2 years in a row, people. Maybe wherever the Super Bowl's at next year, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Whoever is that home team will be in the Super Bowl next year. And if that's the case, then we need to figure out, and the NFL is definitely scripted like WWE. But this year, it's the Rams and Bengals, and like I said, this is not the Super Bowl I expected. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, CJ Uzomah, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, they've all done phenomenal things, and we've seen, and we've talked about it, like how we thought it was the Chiefs and Packers, and how we did it. The Bills had a shot. This is not what I thought to see. But this game is going to be an absolute barn burner, and I can see it either being one way. I think it could either be very good or it's going to be very bad, and I feel like it's going to come down to that one team that makes that mistake that has a little bit too much nerves, where like Matthew Stafford freaks out because this is the biggest stage. You got to think, he was on the Lions, and the Lions have been eliminated every year since Thanksgiving. Joe Burrow, this is his second year in the season, and he tore his ACL last year after 10 games, and he's been out, and now he's leading his team to the Super Bowl. That's why you just never know, people, and this is why this Super Bowl is so unpredictable that it's like hard to choose a winner. There's a reason why I could choose the Bengals. There's a reason why I can choose the Rams. But the team that your boy Tino is going to pick is the Cincinnati Bengals to take home the Lombardi trophy and be Super Bowl champs. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are going to be celebrating with cigars. Their dad's going to be celebrating with cigars. I just feel that the Bengals, Joe Burrow, that offense is phenomenal. And I'm taking nothing away from the Los Angeles Rams and what they've done. Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, that defense is going to be, they're going to probably sack Joe Burrow 10 times. But look at what Burrow did versus the Titans. He got sacked 9 times, and he still got up every time, and he beat the number 1 seed. So I think Almighty Joe is going to be able to lead his team to the Super Bowl. I don't know if he'll be the MVP, and like I said, I think it's going to come down to one play that one team messes up, and that's what's going to happen, and that's what's going to be the end-all, be-all of the team winning the game. And that's why I'm saying it's going to, like, it might even come down to a field goal. And we seen Evan McPherson. He's going to be like, we're taking home Lombardi. Let me go take this kick real quick, and I'll grab that cigar and celebrate. He might even be the MVP, people. This game might come down to a field goal, just like all the divisional games, the championship games did. It was wild. So I'm going to give it a score. I say it's going to be a barn burner, so I'm going to give it a score of 34-31. The Cincinnati Bengals outlast the Los Angeles Rams and win the Super Bowl, and they are Super Bowl champs, and it's going to be an absolute party in Cincinnati. Now, after the Bengals are done celebrating and they're winning the Super Bowl and everything is going to be happy and go lucky in Cincinnati for a little bit, because I really hope the Rams don't win, people. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the Rams have earned my respect. Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp are the best duo, whatever you want to call them, best friends, butt buddies, whatever the hell you want to call those two. They're doing good stuff right now. But I think that the Bengals are going to do it, and that's what I'm going to go with. So, like I said, the Cincinnati Bengals are taking home the Super Bowl. But like I said, after they're done, what's going to go on? We don't know what's going to happen. Where's Aaron Rodgers going to go? Who's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback? How are all 9 head coaches going to do with their new teams? Is Justin Fields going to be able to hit the flights that all of us Chicago Bears fans are going to do? Is Trevor Lawrence going to be able to make that next step? Can Tua Tagovailoa keep his job? Can Jalen Waddle prove that it wasn't just a rookie year star and he doesn't fall into a sophomore slump? There are so many things and exciting things going down in the NFL, and so many storylines after the season is over. We have free agency, re-signings, everything like that. And, with baseball, we don't even know when baseball is going to start. I've heard that there could be 150 games, and there could be a lockout for a few weeks or a month or two. And like they said, March and April baseball really don't matter. So let's just not worry about that. But after this big game, this is the last game of the season. There's nothing else for football until August, and this is the last football show that we're gonna do unless some big news happens and Aaron Rodgers goes up to the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully, because God, please get him out of the NFC North, because like I said, the Bears are taking the North and they ain't giving it back. But this is the last football show that we're going to do, like I said, and unless any big news happens. But always stay in touch at Tino's Time 1996. Let me make sure I get that for you. Tino's Time 1996. Go follow, subscribe, smash that like button. We do the Tino's Time Wrestling. We got a pay-per-view every month. I show you my collection. We got baseball hopefully starting semi on time. But I'm really going to miss talking football because it's been a fun year. If you followed my fantasy football, I won the fantasy football championship. Hopefully I helped everybody win their championship. Everybody that's joined me for the playoffs, it's been fun. It's been a ride. It's been what it was. And this playoffs and everything this season has just been honestly crazy and unpredictable, and I cannot believe that it's ended. And honestly though, people, I'm kind of happy that it is, because if it wasn't, it's taken a lot out. So at least we'll get a little bit of break, and then we'll come back in August refreshed, ready to go. So I hope everybody enjoys the Super Bowl. If you're rooting for the Rams, hopefully your Rams win. Hopefully not. If you're rooting for the Bengals, be with me and let's root for the Bengals and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase get that Super Bowl ring. I hope everybody had so much fun this fantasy football and NFL playoff season. I hope everybody continues. Like I said, subscribe, smash that like button, go follow my other stuff. We still got wrestling, and hopefully baseball will start in time. But until August, until the baseball's in the dog days, until football's getting ramped back up, Aaron Rodgers is on a new team, Devontae Adams is on a new team, Steelers got a quarterback, NFL draft is over, so many exciting things. Until August of 2022, this is your boy Tino signing out for the NFL fantasy football season and the NFL season. And until next year, I'll see you then.